Here we are again. Thank you for tuning in to Round 2 Wrestling here on the 30th of June, 2022. We are 24 hours removed from AEW's debut in my home state, Detroit, Michigan. That's right, Blood and Guts took place at Little Caesars Arena, and believe me, around here, sports talk and radio people have been talking about it all day, so it was a great hit. If you missed it, you missed out on one of the bloodiest, most brutal Blood and Guts matches I have seen. Now, there's only been 2, so that's not really saying a whole lot, but you missed out. So if you get the chance or have some sort of way to watch the replay, I would strongly recommend it. All right, here on Round 2 Wrestling, we do things a little differently. We have multiple sections that we go over, and we kick things off on Round 2 Wrestling by listening to the rumor mill and talking about the rumors circulating in the world of professional wrestling. Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer reports Bruce Pritchard being elevated to head of talent relations in WWE is a way for WWE to ensure Vince is making all the decisions still. Daughter Stephanie McMahon is basically a figurehead CEO. So if you were paying attention, this rumor basically says that Stephanie is a puppet of her father Vince. He is still pulling the strings behind the scenes. Dewey Foley no longer working with WWE. Dewey Foley is the son of the great Mankind, a.k.a. Mick Foley, and this comes from PW Insider. Mankind's son has been with WWE since 2016 and was head writer for 205 Live at one point in time. Wrestling Observer Radio's Dave Meltzer reports Triple H is back with more power, end quote, in WWE. There were no further details regarding this particular bit or rumor, but I have seen reports that Triple H is in fact taking a more hands-on approach when it comes to WWE. So his time in the ring may be over with, but subsequent health issues don't seem to be slowing him down at all. The Observer reports Bryan Danielson's injury is believed to be a concussion suffered at the Anarchy in the Arena match at the previous AEW pay-per-view. That is not to say he suffered any sort of injury this past Sunday, because there was an AEW pay-per-view this last Sunday. It was the one before that at the end of May, beginning of June. Fightful reports AEW's Orange Cassidy will get a new entrance song. AEW licensed Jefferson Starship's Jane, a song Cassidy used in the Indies. This is no longer a rumor, this is factual. For those of you who tuned into AEW Dynamite last night, Orange Cassidy had a match and he debuted this exact song that we are talking about in the rumor section. So no longer a rumor, it is in fact news. Rumors regarding Ric Flair's last match opponent speculate AEW's Jay Lethal has agreed to fight the Nature Boy. WWE's roster reaction to Bruce Pritchard being promoted is mostly negative, per Wrestling Observer newsletter. One person in the locker room called the move quote-unquote scary. Kurt Angle told NBC Sports Boston he turned down an AEW offer because he knows he can't be the old Kurt Angle anymore. This is sort of sad, but this is also sort of good news. Sad to hear that Kurt has officially hung up his boots and it looks like he is no longer interested in being active in the ring at all. But also sort of happy realizing that he has come to his full potential and he doesn't want to disappoint his fan base or any other fan base by giving a poor performance. AEW's Dark Order is getting smaller by the minute. Allen 5 Angels likely done as AEW contract expires. This particular group of men within AEW has suffered greatly ever since the loss of their leader, Mr. Brody Lee, back 2 years ago around Christmas time. They have struggled to find an identity and a purpose since. It seemed like a bright spot when they were teaming with Adam Page, but that has sort of fallen by the wayside. And now, with them losing another member, Stu Grayson, also somebody who left AEW due to contract negotiation failures, seems like they're going to be losing yet another one. Now, they still have quite a stable going on, so Dark Order may not go anywhere, but the clock is ticking on this particular faction, and it will be interesting to see what AEW does moving forward with this particular group. No more rumors to go over, so let's talk about some news going on in the world of professional wrestling. Domestic violence case dropped against former NXT and current AEW wrestler Jake Atlas. AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling's pay-per-view Forbidden Door generated $1 million at the gate and over $5 million in pay-per-view revenue. With this grand total, it makes Forbidden Door AEW's second highest grossing pay-per-view in its short history. Also, the reaction across the Pacific Ocean in the land of the rising sun was also incredibly positive for this pay-per-view. I hope going forward AEW and New Japan team up again to bring us another exciting card like the one we witnessed this past Sunday. Adam Cole injured again at Forbidden Door, according to F4W Online. Cole suffered a concussion during the IWGP World Title 4-Way match. Cole collapsed and was pinned by champion Jay White. No news as to his current condition was available at the time of this broadcast. Another AEW injury. FTR's Dax Harwood separated his shoulder during the Ring of Honor IWGP Tag Team 3-Way match at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Harwood did not suggest he will be missing any time as he plans to defend the AAA Ring of Honor and IWGP Tag Team Championships. Yahoo and Isaiah Colbert report an old rape allegation resurfaced as a former WWF wrestler corroborates story against Vince McMahon back in 1986. This is the latest on an ongoing investigation against the former WWE CEO regarding sexual misconduct and the payment of $3 million in hush money to a former employee. A lot of news to think over, and maybe you might want to listen to this podcast again just to catch everything that I went over in our news section. All right, we did have a pay-per-view this past weekend. Like I was saying, AEW and New Japan got together and gave us Forbidden Door in Chicago, Illinois, so I have the results from all those title matches. Also, a few non-AEW title matches took place, particularly in the NWA, but we also saw the Ring of Honor and MLW championships defended this past week. Here we go, kicking things off in the results portion of Round 2 Wrestling. AEW Women's Champion Thunder Rosa defeated Toni Storm to retain her title. IWGP US Champion Will Ospreay defeated Orange Cassidy to retain the IWGP US Championship. AAA and Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions FTR defeated United Empire and Roppongi Vice to win the IWGP Tag Team titles. That makes FTR tag or belt holders in 3 different promotions and are absolutely crushing it right now in the world of professional wrestling. Is an AEW Tag Team title match in the works? Tune in to AEW Dynamite and Rampage on Fridays to find out for yourself. Let's see here. IWGP World Champion Jay White defeated Adam Cole, Adam Page, and Okada in a 4-way title match to retain the IWGP World Championship. PAC defeated Miro, Malachi Black, and Clark Connors to win the inaugural All-Atlantic Championship. Jon Moxley defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi to become the interim AEW World Champion. There will be a world title contender match this Friday on Rampage in a dual Royal, I don't want to call it Rumble because it's not really a Royal Rumble, but it's not quite a Battle Royal. Tune in on Friday to find out for yourself who will be challenging AEW's interim champion Jon Moxley for his title. MLW middleweight champion Myron Reed defeated Arez and KC Navarro to retain the title. NWA National Champion Jax Dane defeated Eric Jackson to retain the National Championship. NWA Tag Team Champions Commonwealth Connection defeated La Rebellion in a Lucha Rules match to retain the Tag Team Championships. Ring of Honor Pure Champion Wheeler Yuta defeated Tony Nese to retain the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. Alright, no more titles to talk about, so let's talk about our fan favorite here on Round 2 Wrestling. Did you know? Did you know is little bits of facts and information about wrestlers and the wrestling world that you may or may not have known or just need a little clarification on. Did you know former luchador Dick Medrano is the oldest living wrestler in the world, born November 10th, 1921. This means this man is 99 years old. Actually, over 99 years old. My math is just that bad. Did you know Paul Orndorff received the most title shots, 76, and never won a single championship? Did you know Honky Tonk Man and Jerry the King Lawler are first cousins? Did you know Charles Wright is the only wrestler to appear at WrestleMania under 4 different characters? These characters include the Godfather, the Good Father, and Papa Shango. Did you know Kelly Kelly was the first woman to be drafted number 1 overall in the WWE draft? This took place in 2010, and Kelly was drafted to SmackDown. Did you know Jake Hager was the final Lucha Underground champion? Did you know the shortest WWE main event took place in 2016 at Survivor Series? Goldberg defeated Brock Lesnar in 1 minute, 25 seconds. Did you know the highest attendance for a TNA/Impact event took place in London, England in 2009? 8,100 fans in attendance for that particular event. Did you know before becoming known as Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, Herman Road wrestled briefly as Dusty Rhodes back in 1945? Did you know WWE's Crown Jewel Saudi Arabia pay-per-views have earned more money in 5 events than every WrestleMania combined? Did you know Abyss is the only wrestler in NWA history to win the NWA World title via disqualification? His opponent defeated by DQ, the Icon Sting. All right, no more to talk about here on Round 2 Wrestling. I am SlimmDa KID, and I personally want to thank you for tuning into this broadcast. We apologize for it being 2 days late. We will try our very best to give you another new episode next week on time. I also want to take time out of this broadcast to thank Ultimate Championship Wrestling in Saginaw, Michigan. Ultimate Championship Wrestling has given me the opportunity to get back into the squared circle as a referee, and I am loving it. If you are in the Bay Area or the Saginaw area, July 9th, we have a live pay-per-view match to be viewed at the UCW Arena in Saginaw, Michigan. It is Game On 2.0. Once again, I am SlimmDa KID, and I want to thank you for tuning into this episode, and I hope that you tune in next week for a brand new Round 2 Wrestling. Round 2 Wrestling is brought to you by SlimmDa KID and Spreaker.com.